Okay, this goes out to all the drivers. I'm not excluding myself. Myself is going to be included in this one. Okay, this goes for all the numbskull idiot drivers out there who enjoy driving on the cell phone, cutting off other people, cutting off big rigs, ignoring sirens of all culture, police, fire, and ambulance included. You guys are idiots. We're going to start off with the drivers who like to talk on the cell phone and text while driving. Keep in mind where you're in traffic or regardless. It's dangerous, okay, guys? It is very dangerous to try and text and talk on the cell phone while driving. For the simple reasons. A, it's stupid. B, it's dangerous. Alright? And if you get your ear glued to the cell phone, get off of it. Get off the freaking cell phone. You don't need to keep that ear glued to the cell phone for a simple reason. It's dangerous. Your attention span has to be included on the entire road and the vehicles around you, regardless of what you may think, regardless of how you may think you can react. Guess what? Every time somebody uses a cell phone or text, okay, you're shaving off 5-second reaction time. No, it's not a ballpark figure. It's a 100% fact. You're shaving off 5 seconds. You ever see 5 seconds happen? Happens really quick. Extremely quick. A lot quicker than you may think. Snap your fingers twice. Guarantee you're only going to be able to snap it once in 5 seconds. That's how quick 5 seconds goes. Snap of a finger. Another thing. You think you're invincible, and this goes for everybody. All ages, while you're driving a car, you're not invincible. Okay? Car is about as invincible as you are. Your car can be torn up to shreds, just like you can. Now, the difference is you're in a protective, well, somewhat protective interior. Regardless of what some motor companies say, the likelihood of a survival rate of an accident is roughly about, I have to say, about maybe 2%, maybe 3%, if you're lucky. If you're lucky, it's just a fender bender. Survival rate on that is pretty good. But if it's a severe accident where your vehicle crunches and bends like an accordion, you got a survival rate of at least 2 to 3% chance, depending on how fast you're going and depending on how fast the other person behind you is going. Not to mention how fast the person in front of you reacts by simply stopping. And wow, we just had an accident here. How interesting is that? And I'm now talking about that. Wow. And this looks like an accident that happened right here at the light. A 2-vehicle accident, mind you. Man. Crunch and bend time. That wasn't minor either, guys. That was major. I didn't show it to you because it was too gruesome to see. Too gruesome to show you. Simple reasons. I can tell you one. The reason why it's too gruesome to show? Now, I doubt nobody got hurt. Maybe not severely. Maybe minor. But there's a simple reason. I guarantee you the person that caused the accident was a person that's sitting on the street. They were talking on the cell phone. Guarantee you. Now, the person that hit, mind you, the person that probably hit the pole survived, probably. Or they're severely injured. We don't know. But the fact remains, cell phones shave 5 seconds of reaction time. Statistics like to say 10 seconds, but that's not true. Now, some statistics might want to say it shaves 20 seconds off your reaction time. That's also not true. It'll shave 5 seconds off your reaction time. Fact, 100%. And I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. I used to be a volunteer firefighter. And you will not hear this from another firefighter unless you ask. Your reaction time is cut down to 5 seconds while on a cell phone. And that's coming from a former volunteer firefighter. Secondly, it has been proven 100% liable on your part if you're on the cell phone and you end up talking to somebody. You're going to be liable 100% for the accident because you're not paying attention. The person you end up hitting, or persons, are going to probably be taking you to court. And the chances of you actually surviving the court system, ouch, are slim. Extremely slim. For those who like to cut off truck drivers, don't do it. Their reaction time is 1 mile. That's right. You heard me. 1 mile. That's how long it takes for a truck driver to stop, regardless if they're loaded or not. Because they have to downshift from whatever gear they're in to first gear just to stop. And it takes them a mile to do it. Police know it. Police know it takes truck drivers a mile to stop. Police very well know that. Every truck driver knows that. And people who have friends who are truck drivers know that. Or you know someone who works with truck drivers. Myself, for instance, I work around truck drivers all the time. My uncle was a truck driver and probably still is today. You ask any truck driver, they'll tell you what the reaction time is. How much stopping power they've got. 1 mile. So, next time you think you can cut off a truck, regardless of how much load they've got, whether it's half load, full load, or no load at all, think of how much stopping power they have to have. And let's go, this is the interesting part of it. For the ones who actually love to cut off school buses, this is for those idiots, the well-known idiot. And yes, idiot. the ones who enjoy cutting off school buses. Well, this is going to be interesting. Well, to start with, the school buses do not have seat belts for the kids. Okay. Secondly, and I think that's also a safety hazard. Secondly, school buses have roughly about the same stopping power as an 18-wheeler. Roughly. And here's another thing. You see a school bus stop, and those LED lights are flashing on the back, and they fold out that stop sign and says stop. That's what that means. If you're constantly going, and you go around this bus, and there's some houses to the left, houses to the right. Kids get off, and they go around the bus, and their house is on the left. And you're the jackass going past the bus, not stopping, not paying attention, not choosing not to stop. And you hit those kids, you're liable. You're liable not only for their death, but for everything. Because you'll go to jail. Not just jail, but prison. Because you just killed a couple kids. Who knows? A couple of those kids could be your neighbors. Think about that. That's not the end of my rent vlog, but that's the end of it for today. So think about everything I've said so far. Trust me, I ain't done yet. Not by a long shot.